And here we have him, ladies and gentlemen, the yellow Zerg from Russian Universe of Warhammer, spawning in the lower right position. It is HyDrA.
And in the bottom left position, it is Snovski, our teal Protoss player from Denmark, from Team Eastern Wizards. I should say that right. There we go.
You almost made the same mistake I did before.
I did. I was gonna say Wolves.
Oh, the problems of casting.
Oh. Alright, so we see our teal Protoss Snovski scouting the right direction right away, and the same goes for HyDrA, so these players will be aware of each other's spawning locations anytime now. This will definitely help, of course, but yeah, so seeing as how they both know where they are, and then this advantage will equal out, I guess.
Yep, definitely will. Now, of course, this will prevent HyDrA from going with a hatchery first, because he sees the probe and he knows that, well, if I go for a hatchery first, A, it might get blocked.
Ooh, but he's going for it.
B, it might get cannon rush. No, he's not. That's a fake out. He sends out the drone, and it's also for scouting. He's going to scout with the drone, but he plops down that pool right at the 14 supply. This probe is going to try and delay the hatch from going up. And Snovski, he actually did not go for a Nexus first. He got the Forge first. So, you know, he was probably thinking of, I'm going to cannon rush your ass. That's not going to work out. Just because of the fact that we have a pool first here. He does manage to block the hatchery from going down, however.
Okay. Yeah, we see sometimes we see players going for cannon rushes even after their chances of doing it successfully have declined dramatically, and usually that ends up being just a huge money drain for the Protoss player, who's forced to cancel and rebuild pylons and cannons all over it, and so this cost him so much money that it's not worth it.
Yeah,
unfortunately, we see Snovski not falling into that trap, saying, well, I'm not going to be cannoning up your base.
Oh, he goes in and re-scouts the main base. There was a gas cancel right now, but that was an extractor trick, because HyDrA really wanted to get out that queen, as well as this number of Zerglings, which is 6. But the important information for Snovski is that there is no gas there, so chances are that a third hatchery will be built at the natural of the Zerg player, and we already have a drone there going to do just that. The cannon is finished at the natural of Snovski, so these lanes will not be able to scoot past. Well, maybe they will, but there's a probe in the way.
Yep.
And it's even going to... Oh, whoa! The probe lets them pass! Oh, that was a mistake.
Oh, yeah, the probe was kind of, you know, not sure what to do for a little bit, and that costs him his job as a door warden, because all the Zerglings are in now. But it's only 3. So I don't think they'll do too much damage, but of course they can be very annoying for a very long time and continue to scout whatever happens inside the main base of Snovski. So he will not be able to put up any tech buildings there that go unscouted by the Zerg player.
Exactly, and that's one of the biggest drawbacks of when you have this happen to you. Now, the first Zealot that's going to be built will not actually solve Snovski's problems, and I have to wonder, where is the Cybercore? Cybercore should be coming down right now, but
no cash.
No cash, exactly, and that's a huge deal. This actually delays Snovski by such a great amount.
And he's losing probes? No, nearly lost probes.
But he's losing a lot of mining time. I mean, he won't be able to execute any kind of gateway-orientated or robo-orientated timing. He will have to... This pretty much puts him into a position where he has to go Stargate or a third base very, very quickly here if he hopes to play an equal game with the Zerg player.
Yeah, that sucks. And of course, playing StarCraft, your mindset is very important too. So if you start out the game with 3 lings entering your base, you could be, oh, it's not a very big deal, but still, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, shit, I already screwed up at this very early stage of the game. How am I going to get back into this? And of course, this might help you because you get more focused and you know, set on getting back into the game, but still for many other players it's kind of a downer, and you lose your cool and collected mindset.
Yeah, and the probe, funnily enough, the probe has rescouted the entire region of the Zerg. That Snovski has sent this scouting probe back, and he does go for a robo, but I have to assume this is going to be a defensive robo, especially since he's getting a stalker. Usually, if you go for a robo-centric play, you get a lot of sentries, but we're seeing a Stalker being chrono boosted out. I have to argue that that's a waste of chrono boost. Considering the amount of mining time that's already been lost by the Protoss player, you don't want to waste your chrono boost on just a Stalker that you're going to use for nothing but deny scouting. And oh my, has that Stalker been... No, it's in the main base. Alright, I was kind of afraid that it's been cancelled since.
No, it's in the main base, but it's not really preventing scouting at this time because there's this Overlord.
Oh, is he going to lose the Mothership Core as well?
Ooh.
Oh, he gets one Queen. Oh, the Mothership Core goes down, however. That's not a good trade. Losing a Zealot and a Mothership Core for one Queen, that's not good for Snovski here. He does have a pylon nearby the third, so he can, once he adds on a couple of gateways, he can try and do some more damage there. He's trying to get Immortals right now, he's getting his +1, and he's moving, I would say, a little bit too quickly into the Twilight Council. Usually you see the Twilight being put down when your +1 is about 50% down, so it syncs up. HyDrA has seen the Robo, hasn't seen the Immortals yet, but he has to suspect what kind of play this is. Warpism being chrono boosted out right now, and here's the Gateway Explosion scouted by HyDrA. And we can see 22 Lings in production right now, as the lair is almost done as well. Dark Shrine being built because went behind, why not? And well, Snovski can still make something happen here. He still does have that pylon near the third. There is a Spore and a Spine and a Queen, however, and a whole lot of Lings, just waiting for something to happen. 2 Immortals loaded up into a War Prism. Now this could be interesting. If he can get a snipe on the spawning pool, this is going to be huge because we don't have a road. Oh, actually, we have a Roach Warren in play.
Here we go, though. Immortals dishing out damage to the Queen. What will they focus on, though? Okay, they won't be focusing on much longer because there's lots of Zerglings there, of course. Immortals not that good against Zerglings.
He's definitely thinking about sniping that pool. Look at this. He's constantly veering around, trying to find a good position to unload, but no. HyDrA is on top of that. Instead of attacking, Snovski takes the leisure of getting his third base up, which is a little bit surprising, but again, HyDrA knows about that. He's got a Ling in position.
Right. Still not much done by these 2 Immortals. The War Prism now losing all of its shield and a bit of its hull as well. So Snovski gonna have to be careful. And we see HyDrA getting ahead in supply a little bit, but Snovski is also securing his third base. So that is good news, but there's a huge stream of Zerglings coming to the third base now. So let's see if he can hold it. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, he can. There are 2 cannons there that would buy a lot of time. And then when the Nexus finishes, there would have been a full-down overcharge ready. Pretty good harassment here by Snovski, I have to say. He's constantly active with the War Prism. He's got DTs out on the field as well. They are right now sneaking into the main base. There is no detection there. He could actually get the lair while all the forces are preoccupied with the War Prism, but no. All the forces are pulling back. Do we have an Overseer only just now morphing? That is not enough. 2 DTs don't actually take down a lair.
But they're not doing anything either. They're just running around, maybe swiping one Zergling here and there. They're not really focused on doing a lot of damage in a very short period of time now. And there comes the Overseer, and that's it for the DTs.
Yeah, meanwhile the War Prism's Immortals have gotten a couple more kills on the drones at the third. The total number of drones killed, however, is not that high. It's only at 9, but all of this has occupied HyDrA so much that he wasn't able to drone as hard as he probably wanted to. He kind of messed up in a lot of ways. He's only at 57 drones right now. And he's not continuing with his upgrades neither. There's a huge attack here at the third base, but we have 2 Colossi standing guard. Nice building placement will make it so that those Lings will become utterly inefficient. Together with those... Oh, those force fields trap everything there.
This feels wrong. That was just carnage. And there's DTs there as well, doing lots of damage to the HyDRAs. Man, that was a slaughter. It looks like a trap roll of Zerglings being punched in between different force fields and the Colossi just roasting all of them. That was brutal to see.
Yeah, it was. And funnily enough, HyDrA still doesn't know about this pylon here, and yeah, he's trying to take another base, but he's really down in terms of economy and army compared to where he ideally would have wanted to be. Charge coming down right now for the Protoss, as well as +3 attack, so we can kind of see how Snovski's been adamant about chrono boosting his upgrades out of that forge.
Oh boy, that DT was not very lucky standing next to an Overseer and a bunch of Zerg units. Let's see. I'm wondering when we're going to see, or if we're going to see, a move out from Snovski at some point. Is he working towards a specific timing, or do you think he's just generally building up? And he keeps building DTs. Is that for scouting and map control purposes, or do you think he's going to turn them into Archons at some point?
It's I think just generally for harassment and scouting. He's constantly looking for openings, looking for ways to get into.
Well, he finds one too in the main base now.
Yeah, he does. And the Natural does not have any detection either. There is no army presence here, neither, because all the army is encamped at the center of the map, so he'll get a lot of drone kills potentially. Already this one DT in the main base has gotten 4 kills. The one at the Natural gets taken out after getting 5. So that was very well done there. Hallucinated Phoenix will scout the Spire right now, so the Muta switch that HyDrA could have been shooting for, considering that he's taken 2 more bases here, so he's spreading himself out as much as possible, which goes very well with the Muta switches. This will be a little bit trickier to pull off right now for HyDrA.
Oh, we got some DTs finding these hidden bases on top, and this, yeah, I'm not sure if HyDRA's going to be able to save these bases, but the DTs, well, they say nope. I wanted to go down. I want to take the long way around. Let's not care about the base. No, they turn around.
They turn around, try to attack that base, and will probably not be successful. Well, maybe no, probably not.
No.
This will be saved, but all this pulls back the entire Zerg forces, and this allows Snovski to regain control of the center, and he can push forward with what the hell 5 Colossus. He completely skipped Stalkers. He only has 1 Stalker in the army, and he relies on Archon and Charge Lots for meat shield for those Colossi, and there's nothing to answer those Colossi in the Zerg army.
Oh, this is looking very tense. The Zerg and the Protoss posturing about, so Protoss decides to actually pull back.
Oh, I don't know if that was a good idea. I guess he just does not want to lose his army needlessly.
Maybe he's not confident about his meat shield.
Yeah,
oh,
maybe.
And actually Storm is about to finish up, so maybe he's waiting for that. Say, well, I might as well wait another 10 or 20 seconds and have Storm with that. That could definitely...
well, that could be the case. Meanwhile, the DTs have returned to the 4th base, taken it out. So HyDrA is just falling apart this game.
Definitely. Both players still basically maxed. But yeah, HyDrA is in a bit of a pickle. But HyDrA does have quite a large bank, especially in gas, built up. So with the infestation pit coming up now, he just could advance straight away into Hive and free upgrades.
Or he could like produce 15 Mutalisks, 20 Mutalisks at once. The problem is he doesn't have the supply.
Nope.
And he can trade with the Protoss army, but unless he can kill a good amount of this army, that trade will kill him. Look
at the amount of Zealots. That's insane. How many is that? Still 27 now? It was a bit more to decide. I think he might have had over 30 Zealots.
Yeah, that's actually that's actually a whole lot of Zealots. And you know what Zealots do when they make contact with Hydralisks?
Damage.
They freaking kill them. Like, they make sushi out of those.
Hydralisk sushi. I'm not sure if I want to eat that.
But yeah, look at this. Like, the entire army of the Zerg is just melting. HyDrA saying, I can't play like this, GG. Apparently there were some technical issues during this game, but regardless, regardless of that, HyDrA succumbing to the power of Protoss, and Snovski taking game number 1.